Yo, what is poppin' YouTube? It is your boy B here, bringing you guys another video. Today, we are going to be talking about a problem that is kind of in the Division 2 right now, and the problem with the whole community right now. And it kind of sucks to see it happening, and it kind of sucks to see what has become of the Division 2 in a very short amount of time. Be mine when I'm talking about this video. This game did just come out in March. We are in May, so this is only 2 months after the game is released, and you know, this shouldn't be happening. I haven't looked at anything like player counts, but just from the perspective and everything from what I'm seeing with my friends and everybody, today we're going to be talking about, is the Division 2 getting boring? Now, when I say boring, I mean, is it, you know, just the game, you just can't play the game, or the game's just, you know, not fun? You know, I'm not really saying like the game is not fun at all. I'm just saying that the game and its value, its life value, when you get on the game, you're gonna get on the game and probably after an hour, you're just gonna get bored, right? The only time it usually doesn't get boring is when like I'm in the game and I hop in a server with Jasamian, and then, you know, Jasamian has, you know, 60,000 plus subs, so you know those subs are, you know, stream sniping him, and those subs are in there, you know, trying to kill him in the DZ. So it makes the servers lit. We get a full server and it gets, you know, it gets fun, right? You know, we're just fighting people constantly. People aren't leaving after they die 3 times, you know, people are just coming back and trying to kill each other, right? So in that sense, it makes the game fun. But when you hop in here and there's nobody on, there's, you know, your friends aren't really playing this, everybody's playing a different game, you know, nobody's playing Division. If you hop on here and, you know, for me personally, this is me personally, I get bored after about an hour of playing this game. I just can't stand it after about an hour if I'm playing it by myself. When it first came out, when the beta came out and all that, I was on this game for 8 hours plus, just playing constantly, just having a ton of fun. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's these meta builds that people are creating and, you know, just copying and pasting. That's another video in itself we'll be talking about. That's making the game boring. So there's no build diversity in the game. There's nothing like that. It's just everybody's running the same build, everybody's running the same thing, and, you know, there's just no build diversity. I don't see people running. I haven't ran into anybody who's running a rifle build. I haven't ran into anybody running some type of pistol build since Jasamian. I haven't ran into anybody, you know, running just shotgun builds. Right now, everything is just, you know, LMG, Unbreakable, that type of stuff, right? Before the update, it was Vector with Clutch, Strained, all that other stuff, Berserk, right? You know, that's all people were running. You weren't seeing any build diversity. And, you know, I don't want to blame Wids or anybody for this. You know, Wids is a very great YouTuber. You know, he does what he does very good. I don't want to take anything away from him, but it's just, you know, the meta builds is what kind of helped make the game boring, because, you know, these people are just looking at the build videos and are like, hey, this is a really good build. Like, Wids is melting 2 people before he dies. Let me just copy and paste this. Let me not work for my own build or build my own build. Now, if you don't have the time to make your own build and you just want to copy and paste, that way you can have something to compete with other people with, that's fine, right? You know, I'm not gonna say, hey, like, it's like if you work an 8-hour shift every day and you just don't have the time or the energy to come back and play this game, I get that. I totally get that. But when you're just copying and pasting, you know, a build, and then you come in here, you know, just and then you act like you're really good, right? And you act like you're just hot shit at the game, and you just act like you melted me and all this other stuff, right? That's when it becomes a problem, because it's like, okay, you just copy and pasted a build. It's not like you put that together yourself and you're melting me with it. You went on the access, you know, such and such's video, copy and pasted this build, and, you know, you're thinking you're good, right? That's what makes the game boring to me too. We'll talk about, like I said, we're gonna talk about the you know, copying and pasting builds in another video. But, you know, it's one of it's not just, you know, the PvP side of things, it's also the PvE side of things. Yes, you could constantly, I think what Ubisoft and, you know, the Division team thought of when they made PvP is like, oh, we'll just have them do these control points over and over again, you know, and we'll just have them do the same shit to get the same shit, you know, every time, right? So what I mean by that is, you know, we do control points for blueprints, you know, every time. Like, there's no other way to really get these blueprints other than from the weeklies for certain blueprints, right? So it's like you just have to constantly farm control points. You're constantly getting the same gear. The gear is never different. The gear is always either gold or purple, and most of the time I'm getting purple gear for some of these caches, which is weird because I thought they said they fixed that. That's another thing that, you know, is kind of a little bit annoying with the PvE side of things, is that I don't even like playing the PvE because when I do go into the PvE and I'm expecting to get good gear for a build, I'm opening these boxes and everything and I'm getting purple gear. And that is a problem. I'm not going to keep grinding level 3, 4 control points that are basically mini raids, and just to get shitty gear sometimes. Like I'll get a Petrov piece and it has every single like, yeah, it'll have a skill power stat, it'll have a firearm stat, it'll have a an armor stat, like, and it's just like, bro, like I don't want that. Like my RNG in this game is super trash. Some people's RNG, I don't know what it is, but they can get god roll pieces once every 10 minutes, but me, it's like I don't get any type of good piece. It'll take me like 8 hours to get a good piece, and I'm not about to keep spending 8 hours for one piece. Now they'd be like, oh, that's a grind, like you're a YouTuber, blah blah blah, like you gotta grind and get these good builds, blah 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 blah. Nah, like I'm not gonna keep spending my time and my energy on just one game, and it's not how it should be, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that need to fix with this game. Going back to the PvE side of things, it's like, what do we have? We have control points to do. We have the invasion missions to do. Those are whatever. Then you got like these mini like territory controls and whatever. You got the bounties. Yeah, there's there's a couple of good things to do, but it gets repetitive. Like they could add more. They could add different bounties. They could add different bosses to fight. They should have something like a world boss that you could fight every so often, like a different world boss. They should put like 3 or 5 world bosses in here that rotate every like 24 hours that you could fight, and then if you die you can't fight them again until that 24 hours is up. That'd be really cool to have, where it's like there's a world boss that's just super OP, like Boomer, for example. Like put a world boss like Boomer in here, just for the PvE side of things, just to like you could get a couple of friends, get a group of 4, be like, hey, let's try and go beat this world boss or whatever, get this, and you get really good loot from that. That's something that would be really cool in this game for them to add. They're not really adding anything that's worth our time, and that's just worth our attention span. Our attention span in this game, and I'm noticing it's grown very short since March, right? When the game first came out, this game was a banger, everybody loved it. Yeah, there was those audio glitch issues, whatever, that type of stuff doesn't really matter, but gameplay felt really good, everything felt really good. But this is before everybody started making builds like that, before the meta builds came out, before all this stuff came out, and the game is just really now it's just boring to me, and it's not fun at all. It's whatever, I'm waiting for Breakpoint to come out. I'm waiting for Jedi Fallen Order to come out. I'm waiting for a whole bunch of other different games to come out, because I'm going to start expanding my channel on the different games, because just playing the Division 2 isn't going to do it for me, because I'm just not at the moment having fun like I should be having with this game from when the game first came out. Like I was having a ton of fun before. The game was just amazing. Like I said, everything was just, it was spot on for me. It was like, okay, in my mind, I'm going to be able to play this game forever, right? And I'm going to be able to just, but all good things must come to an end, and nothing really lasts forever, right? So, especially when it comes to video games, I don't know what it is, but whatever they did and whatever happened in this game that completely just flipped the switch and it screwed everything up, right? And I don't know what the team's doing. It's just lack of content that's getting put out. Yes, I know it takes a long time to get content out. It's not easy for them to just throw out content, like Fortnite does, right? Fortnite could just constantly throw out content and everything's fine, right? Like they could just constantly throw it out, like they're throwing out content out of their asses, like they're taking a shit. It's just constantly coming out, bro. Fortnite could keep doing that, and that's mainly, I don't know if this is really true, but I read an article about when a game is in a beta state, they don't have to go through all these rules and regulations to put out an update. I guess there's all these rules and stuff like that you have to follow, all these procedures you have to follow to put out an update. That's why Fortnite's able to just keep putting it out, because their game is still considered in beta. We all know the game is not a beta game because it's fully complete, but it's just, when you log on to Fortnite, what does it say? It always says beta up there, and that hasn't changed since the game came out, and that's mainly because they're fighting around that, all those rules and regulations and procedures you have to follow to put out an update. This Division 2 is not in a beta state. The game's not a beta, it's a full release game, so they have to go through all these rules and regulations before they put out an update. That's probably why it's taking them so long, but it shouldn't take this long. It took us a while to get raids, which is fine. They had to fix some other stuff, but with raids, they should have put in some other stuff for us to do. Yes, we have these little, these little Easter egg missions or whatever they're called. I don't know. It's those little hidden ones. Yes, we have those, but it's just like, those are just kind of boring. Those are whatever. You collect a few trinkets, whatever, right? You don't get anything good out of it. Nothing cool comes out of it. That's really about it for me. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you guys have a different opinion. You guys let me know if Division is like the funnest game to you, or if it's just, you know, really boring. I didn't get to cover the Dark Zone because, you know, I'm gonna cover the Dark Zone in my other video tomorrow, where we're gonna be talking about if, you know, why copying and pasting builds is ruining the game, and why people who do that are ruining the game. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. But anyway, y'all, this has been another video with your boy B. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
Thank you.